Okay, today we are going to study LCR circuit in a different method. The same LCR series circuit we are taking, and it is the new method which is called J operator method. This is the same thing we have studied earlier, but in a little bit different manner. We are going to write its current and voltage and the phase difference phi. The values of all these three values we will be deriving using this J operator method. As you all know, when you write a complex number, you have a real part and an imaginary part. Imaginary part will be multiplied with the I. What is I there? It will be root of minus 1. So the I part, the I containing part is called the imaginary part. Here we are considering this, instead of I, we are taking it as J. It is same, root of minus 1. I is also root of minus 1. So this value J, we take it as root of minus 1. In this case, it is LCR circuit. So AC circuit in LCR diagram. And we are considering root of minus 1. J as a rotation of the vector anti-clockwise by 90 degree. And if we take minus J, that means it represents a rotation clockwise by 90 degree. So let us consider J like this in this LCR series circuit. So we all know that the total EMF is the EMF about, or the EMF on the resistance R, and on the inductance L, and then on the capacitor C, isn't it? So voltage across the resistance, let it be ER, and voltage across the inductance, let it be EL, and the voltage across capacitor, let it be EC. Now we know that all these voltages are not in phase. They are they are in different direction. They are having different directions with respect to the applied voltage. So the total EMF, let us write the applied voltage, let it be E is equal to E0 sin omega t. Okay, and that we know that it is the imaginary part of E0 exponential j omega t, isn't it? What is exponential j omega t? Exponential j omega t we can write as sin omega t plus cos omega t plus I sin omega t, isn't it? So E0 into cos omega t plus I sin omega t. That in that equation, the imaginary part is E0 into sin omega t, isn't it? So E is equal to E0 sin omega t, which is the imaginary part of E0 exponential j omega t. Okay, now let us write this E as sum of the values of voltage across each component of the LCR circuit, which is ER. ER, actually the voltage across resistance is in phase with the applied voltage, so it has it should not be multiplied with the J or minus J. But the value voltage across the inductance EL, we know that it is 90 degree anti-clockwise, isn't it? It is leading 90 degree. So that means we have to multiply it with a J. And next one, the voltage across capacitor, it is lagging 90 degree. So we have to multiply it with the minus J. Okay. Now the total voltage is ER plus JEL minus JEC. Okay. Now let us we have already found out the value of current I, which is derived. We have derived it, or first in the last section we have first assumed that, isn't it? You remember, we have assumed the current value as I is equal to I0 sin omega t minus phi, and the phi we have then derived it, isn't it? So phi was the phase angle. Now we again take the value of current. Let it be like I is equal to I0 sin omega t minus phi. And it is again written as the imaginary part of I0 into exponential j omega t minus phi. Okay, so this is same as we have done for the voltage E. Okay, now the voltage across the inductance leads the current by 90 degree, and we can write the inductive reactance as J into omega L. The resistance offered by the inductor is inductive reactance, and it is J into omega L. Because it is leading, we have multiplied it with a J, leading 90 degrees. That means anti-clockwise 90 degree. So J into omega L gives the inductive reactance, and we call it as XL. And capacitive reactance, let it be XC. XC is equal to, we know that it is 1 by C omega, and it should be multiplied with the minus J. So minus J into 1 by C omega, and minus J we have on top the J value, and we can move it to down. How can we move it to down? In the denominator, you multiply it with the J again on top, on the numerator and denominator. So numerator it will be minus J square. Minus J square is 1, and denominator it will be J into C omega. So you will get minus J by C omega is 1 by J C omega. Okay, so XC in the capacitive reactance is 1 by J C omega. Now let us go to the total impedance, and it is XL plus XC plus R. We know that it is J omega L plus 1 by J omega C plus R, and we call it as sum of an imaginary part and a real part. Real part is R, and the imaginary part is, what is it? Let it be X. X will be equal to L omega into L omega minus 1 by C omega. Alle 1 J melam minus J agum. So that means when you take J out, it will be L omega minus 1 by C omega. So X is the total reactance offered by the inductor and the capacitor. So XL plus XC will be X. Okay, so let us draw the diagram of LCR series circuit, and we have drawn it here, and it is shown here. E is equal to E0 sin omega t. We know that it is the imaginary part of E0 exponential j omega t. Let us just take it as E is equal to E0 exponential j omega t. We know that is only imaginary part. Later we will write that too. First let it be like this. E is equal to E0 e raised to j omega t. Then Z is equal to, we know that R plus j into L omega minus 1 by C omega. Okay. Now we multiply and divide on this Z value on the numerator and denominator by square root of R square plus L omega minus 1 by C omega whole square. We just need to multiply numerator and denominator of Z. We have done that, and you can see that when you divide and multiply with this square root term, how will you get, what will you get there? You can take out root of R square plus L omega minus 1 by C omega whole square out of the bracket, and you will get a real term and a imaginary term inside the bracket. And the real term is R by root of R square plus L omega minus 1 by C omega whole square, isn't it? And the imaginary part is L omega minus 1 by C omega divided by root of R square plus L omega minus 1 by C omega whole square. Okay, we are substituting this real part as cos phi and the imaginary part as sin phi. Okay, so now the new equation Z will be equal to the square root of R square plus L omega minus 1 by C omega whole square. Cos phi plus j sin phi becomes e raised to j phi, isn't it? So e raised to j phi. Cos phi plus j sin phi is e raised to j phi. This is now the new impedance, the total impedance. So now let us draw the vector diagram here. The applied voltage and applied voltage is shown here, and voltage across the resistance is towards the x-axis, and voltage across the inductor towards the positive y-axis, and the voltage across the capacitor is towards the negative y-axis. And applied voltage is angle phi with the voltage across E0. Sorry, E0 is here angle phi with the applied voltage which is along the resistance. So applied voltage is always in phase with the voltage across the resistance. Okay, so now we need to find the value of phi here. Phi, how can you find the value of phi? Phi, you know that from this vector diagram we can say that see this here, the opposite side by side, isn't it? So opposite side here is I0 into L omega minus 1 by C omega. The resultant value of voltage towards the positive direction will be L omega minus 1 by C omega whole into I0, isn't it? So the opposite side is I0 L omega minus 1 by C omega, and the side is I0 R. So I0 will get cancelled, isn't it? So L omega minus 1 by C omega divided by R will be tan phi. Okay, so phi will be tan inverse L omega minus 1 by C omega divided by R. Okay, now we can write the value of I here, the current, which is E by Z. E we know and Z we know. E is E0 exponential j omega t. We have taken the whole value, not the imaginary part of E0 e raised to j omega t, but the whole value. Let it be like that. Finally, we will write that the real value is imaginary part of the value of this E0 e raised to j omega t. Okay, now E by Z is equal to E is E0 e raised to j omega t as shown the top, and then divided by Z, which is R square root of R square plus L omega minus 1 by C omega whole square into e raised to j phi. Okay, now this e raised to j phi we move to upward, and the term will be e raised to j into omega t minus phi. Okay, so this is now the new value of current, equation 1. We have assumed that it was, what was it, the value? Earlier we have assumed that I is equal to I0 sin omega t minus phi, isn't it? So what will be I0 here? I0 will be the amplitude of this exponential term, isn't it? So the amplitude is E0 by root of R squared plus L omega minus 1 by C omega whole square will be I0. So the value of I is equal to I0 into e raised to j omega t minus phi. But here we need only the imaginary part. So the real value of the actual EMF or the actual current will be the imaginary part of EMF or the imaginary part of current. So the actual current small I is equal to imaginary part of the complex current I. So it is E0, imaginary part of I is I0 sin omega t minus phi, where I0 is E0 by root of R square plus L omega minus 1 by C omega whole square. So the value of I we have found out, and the value of phi we have found out, and the value of E we have found out. These three values are the only aim to find from the series LCR circuit. So we have used the J operator method to find out the value of phi, E and the value of current, the total current, the total EMF and the value of phi. Phi is the phase angle. So the current flowing through the LCR circuit is I0 sin omega t minus phi, the actual current, and where I0 is എന്താണ് E0 by root of R square plus L omega minus 1 by C omega whole square. And current, the voltage is, what is the voltage in this LCR circuit? The total voltage across the LCR circuit is E is equal to E0 sin omega t minus phi. And we should remember that the voltage across the inductor is leading 90 degree, and leading the current 90 degree, leading 90 degree the current, and the voltage across capacitor is lagging 90 degree the current. So we need to remember this vector diagram also. In order to if you can draw this vector diagram, then only you can write the equations correctly. So remember this vector diagram correctly. Okay, so the resultant voltage across the capacitor and the inductor is I0 into L omega minus 1 by C omega, and it is along the positive direction, that is anti-clockwise 90 degree. That means it leads. Okay, so this only this much you need to study today, and next class you will study parallel resonance circuit.